Hi, everyone. It's good to be here with you all. I hope that you're all doing well. Um, I know a lot of us empaths have been really going through it the last few days, so I just want to take a moment before we start. Let's all just send white light, protection, and love around any place on earth that there's violence or unrest. It's definitely we have all the unrest going on and an eclipse here on Saturday. So I know a lot of us empaths are a bit worn out. I'll be honest, I haven't been able to watch the news the last couple days. I really need to take a bit of a break just because, um, you know, it's all very unsettling. Um, I haven't been sleeping the best the last few nights, so I don't know. We'll try to get through an hour show today. Of course, we can do some readings on Israel, but I don't want to spend the whole show on that today. It's been a bit much on all of our minds the last few days. So Biden just is speaking now. Okay. Yeah, it is heartbreaking. Yeah. But so we'll be doing some political readings today. I might be relying a little bit more on the pendulum and the cards today, just because I'm a little fatigued, I would say. But if you have any political current event questions, go ahead and write them in the chat, all caps, a couple heart emojis, or whatever for it to stand out, and I'll get to as many questions as I can today. Of course, as always, please remember to like, subscribe. I'll be announcing the giveaway winners in a little bit. When we have more people watching us, but I'm excited for the giveaways. I'll probably be able to schedule those out next week or the following week. The workload's slowing down a little bit, so which is good, but it's been a bit busy the last month, 2 months. So if anybody's interested in a reading or a Reiki session, send me an email at kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com, and we can get something set up for you. And then just the last announcement, Mel is on his trip in Italy, so we will be getting together, I think, next week. So as of right now, I don't believe I have any shows upcoming for this week. I did just have Terry on yesterday. I'm depending on how I feel, I might do a surprise live later on in the week, but we'll see. Let me just see who I have coming up, because I know I have some exciting collabs coming up to share. Just double check. Yeah, Debbie Freebird will be on Tarot Tuesday next week. I believe that's the first time she's been on our channel, so I'm excited to have her on next week. I will be on Deborah Zaku's channel. I don't remember what the name is off the top of my head on Wednesday. Sorry. Wednesday. Let me just see what her channel name is. She does numerology. She's great. Grow Your Light. Grow Your Light with Deborah. I'll be on her channel on Wednesday, and then on Sunday the 22nd, I'll be on Linda G's channel. So I'm looking forward to all of those shows coming up. Like I said, I've got a lot going on. So, all right. I think I'm good now. So let me just get caught up with the chat. Yeah, I agree with you, Heather. I feel the same way. Not watching much news. I feel blasted by the energy, really rattled by all of this. Yeah, I think a lot of us do. Yeah, I've really had to kind of take a step back, just kind of breathe through this, try to find that alignment and balance, and just really ground my energy in these heavy times. Like I said, for myself, I haven't been sleeping the best, so it makes it a little hard, but I did sleep a little bit better last night. The energy is just crazy with what's going on in Israel and Ukraine, and And like I said, the solar eclipse energy is always really tough on me personally. So, but I think it's important too to during these hard times to find the joy in life, and whether that's you know watching something really funny or getting together with friends, just trying to lighten up the energy a little bit. Obviously, it's really heavy on what's going on in our hearts, but you know, I don't find it helpful to sit on the watching the news all day either, and just really sitting in that energy. That's a bit tough. All right, sorry, you guys. Sorry, my computer just froze up on my mouse. There we go. I think I'm good now. I think I got your email, Tisha. So yes, we need to pray for all people. I think it's going to last for a little while. Like I told you, end of September felt a little heavy to me, and I feel like that timeline shifted a little bit into October. But I do feel like there's a bit of a heaviness for the next few weeks. Absolutely. All right. Sorry, just getting these questions started. Please make sure to hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe. I can't believe it. I just did my contest announcement, and we're already at like 9,250 subscribers. So thank you all so much. Oh, happy birthday to Everett, Leslie. Sacred Hex said we can't help to change the vibration if we're weighed down by it. That's what I said. Don't focus on the news so much. Go out, find your alignment, find your balance. I think going out into nature, taking a walk or a bike ride, just breathing in fresh air, and focusing on the lighter side of life. That's hanging out with some friends and you know, doing something that makes you laugh or, singing, dancing. There's a lot that we can do to change the vibration. So I would disagree with that, but I agree that it's not easy. All right. Well, that's a good question. Kimberly says, what positive energy do you see around the eclipse? I think the eclipse energy is very clearing and cleansing. So I think that helps. It's like I said, it's not easy, but it's really kind of the tower crumbling down because it was built on um, not a solid foundation, but it's an opportunity to rebuild and build something stronger and even better. So it's the energy is kind of clearing out some things that are no longer serving us. Like I said, it can be a bit chaotic or unsettling, but it's ultimately an opportunity to rebuild a better and stronger foundation for our future. So, and I do think when it will probably take a while with Israel, but when that energy kind of settles down a little bit, um, I do feel like the energy in the Middle East does feel much lighter afterwards. All right. We got a lot of good questions coming in. Oh, I got you, Sacred Hag. She said I meant to stop watching the news. Right, absolutely. Yeah, and for myself too. I had physical therapy earlier today, which I'm feeling a little tired from. Um, with the adjustments. But when I came home from it, I just felt a little bit tired, and so I took a little nap and I played some um, um, like a sound bath. I have one right behind me. I can't think of the name. A singing bowl sound bath, and did a bit of Reiki for about an hour with it, and I do feel a lot better. Well, people are saying I'm buffering. Can you all see me now? No sound. Sound is cutting in and out. Can you all hear me now? No sound. Some people say that they hear me fine. Talking about great disturbances. Am I good now, you guys? Some people said to go out and then come back in and have to refresh and they can hear me. Okay. All right. People can hear me now. Thank you. Sorry, you guys. Thank you, Dina. All right. Thank you all for the help. All right. So getting into Israel, like I said, I haven't been watching a whole lot of it. Just some of the things that came through for me when I had heard about it, I definitely felt a strong link to Iran. Um, and I think probably when they were talking about Hamas getting all of those weapons and missiles, I felt instantly a connection to Iran for that. And then I was also thinking too, well, isn't it interesting that that this happened literally um, a couple days before this happened? Um, McCarthy was voted out as speaker, um, and we have some adversaries that are really relishing in the chaos going on and our democracy being a bit destabilized at the moment. So I do feel like there was a plan with that as well, for entertainment purposes only. Yeah. And that kind of goes into what I was saying. I don't know about a whole lot of resources or weapons being sent from Russia. Um, I do feel like they were involved with planning, maybe some resources, but I do feel like, um, a lot of their resources are focused on Ukraine right now. But I do think part of this plan is to get us focusing on Israel and not focusing as much on Ukraine. Um, so I agree with you, Karen. But Iran was the one that came through most strongly for me. Um, Jen, um, leave the video and come back and see if it helps. Um, but I do feel like it's going to be a bit of a conflict for a while, unfortunately. Like I said, I think my greatest concern with all of it is the link to Iran. Um, but I don't feel the U.S. bringing troops on the ground, but I do see them playing a pivotal role with the diplomacy um, and really, um, trying to stop others from getting involved in this. But it's going to be a bit dicey for a while, unfortunately. Um, and anytime I do watch the news, it's the death toll count just keeps rising and rising. It only just started, so Um, I think maybe some of the information that was shared um, got in its hands, if that makes sense. And like I said before, I definitely felt there was a Russia connection as well, but I don't think Trump personally gave that information. No. Yeah, and so we don't have a speaker, so there's no aid that can be given out right now. You have um, Tupperville blocking promotions in the military. Um, but like I keep telling you all, I do think that here in the near future we are going to start seeing some of these dark money channels to politicians being exposed, and I do feel like it could be happening rather soon. Um, so I feel like some of that information's been held on for a while, but with these threats coming in, maybe some of that being released and then getting bigger and bigger. Will Pelosi get back in the speaker seat? I don't think so. Tangerine. I don't think so. I feel energy around Hakeem Jeffries, but I feel like they're supposed to vote on a speaker this week. Um, I think it's going to take a while, is what I'm picking up. I think they'll get to a place where Republicans, um, some of the ones from swing districts, and more the very few moderate Republicans have to make deal with Democrats to get some bipartisanship in there. I'm not picking up Jim Jordan getting the speakership. I did feel some energy around Steve Scalise, um, but when I asked, my guide said no. But I feel like he's the one that's being looked at most strongly at the moment. But even still, I think the radicals are going to hold out for anybody other than Jordan. Um, and I did say when I was on with Susan, I did feel some energy of McCarthy possibly coming back in, and there I saw I think Midas Touch posted something about that. He's not saying no. I did have a good feeling about Tom Cole too. So um, like I said, I feel some chaos around this for a while, um, and that's going to really impact giving funding to Ukraine and to Israel. And you know, we do have a shutdown looming too, so it feels like a lot of chaos for the short-term future. I've been saying that for a while. Yeah, right. Most people are saying that they hear me fine. Hi, Stouffer. Okay. Sorry if you can't hear me. Hopefully the audio works after this video uploads after I'm done. I did feel with Tupperville, I told you guys last month, him being stopped here shortly. They did get that, I think, one appointment in or a couple appointments in. Um, but I do feel, and maybe with this looming threat now, um, Republican leadership in the Senate telling him, you got to stop this, or we're going to vote to change the rules so that you can't block. I see it being resolved sooner rather than later. All right. Move it behind in the chat. I also feel with Speaker too, I don't feel like it's out of the realm of possibilities that while the Republican House is in chaos and fighting with each other, Democrats make a deal with a couple Republicans from the swing districts, and Hakeem Jeffries gets in. I could definitely see that happening too. Like I said, the energy is very chaotic, and it feels like it's shifting a lot. So it makes it hard to kind of sit down with the changing energies. All right. So let's get to some of your questions I have started. Batcave says, hello, I saw on another YouTube channel that the world is going to end as we know it in 2030. Do you see this happening? I don't necessarily love commenting on what other people predict. I always tend to tell people if you get a fear response or somebody's energy doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. I don't spend my time and energy watching other YouTube shows that don't really resonate with me. And if they cause that fear response, or you feel like there's a bit of that fear mongering with it, I tend to stay away from those channels personally. I don't see the world ending in 2030, if that's what you're asking. We are through a lot of changes right now, and so a lot of us have to adapt with all the Earth activity and climate change issues. We are kind of having to move around and stuff, but it's ultimately an opportunity for us all to come together as a community and really help other people, help humanity. But we're shifting and evolving and adjusting, and I think that's normal, but I don't see the world ending as we know it, Batcave. So I don't feel that way at all. And even if the world were to end, which I don't feel, would that really be a horrible thing? This isn't our home. We come down here to learn lessons and to evolve and to grow. But it's all love and light on the other side. It doesn't sound like a bad place to go. So it's so important, I think, just to step out of that fear and don't allow that to consume your life. Yeah. Giselle says, my understanding is that Earth is evolving from 3D to 4 density. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's a lot of changes, and we're adapting to it. But ultimately, it is for the better. And like I said, it's I get like this sense of community and coming together. It doesn't feel that way at all right now. It's very divided, but these changes are ultimately going to have to bring us together for us to get through it. So yes, I heard that Taylor Swift is getting young people registered to vote to help Democrats win. Absolutely, she's doing great work, and I do see I've been telling you guys, I see a lot of young voters and a lot of voters that don't typically vote in every election coming out and voting in droves. I think a lot of it has to do with the Roe v. Wade issue. So, and really, I think the threat to democracy that some of these extremists hold, and just the Republican Party is going to implode. It's going to be nothing but chaos from now until election day in 2024, and a lot of people are going to be really turned off by the Republican Party. Amen. God does not reside in fear. All right. Rebecca says, watch Taylor's video of when her dad didn't want her to get involved. It is heart-wrenching. I'll have to watch that. Tennessee, does Taylor Swift help get rid of Marsha Blackburn? What's that woman's name that's running on the Democrat side? Gloria something. I've read on it before. I think it's going to be very close. But I do feel a lot of momentum around Gloria's campaign and a big grassroots effort. It's going to get a lot of people out there to vote. I don't know if it's enough to cover that threshold, but I feel optimistic about Gloria Johnson's chances. Thank you, Karen. I've run on it before. I think she has a shot for sure. Let's take a look at it. Let's throw some cards on it. I'll throw a card for Marsha Blackburn and one for Gloria. Obviously, we're still a while away. But I just feel a lot of excitement and momentum behind Gloria's campaign. I really do. Tennessee's pretty red, so. But I think, if you have that exciting campaign, and you even get Republicans to vote for you, yes, absolutely, she has a shot. Ooh. Marsha Blackburn has the Eight of Swords, which is restriction. Not probably the best card for winning re-election. Take a look at Gloria Johnson. Victory after a long, hard fight. I would say Gloria. I'll double check with the pendulum. Oh, give me 1 second. I just put a knot in my pendulum. I'll just double check with the pendulum. And like I said, as we get closer to the elections, I'll be able to feel the energy more clear. All right. Will Marsha Blackburn win her Senate re-election campaign in 2024? Will Marsha Blackburn win her Senate campaign in 2024? Pendulum saying no. Will Gloria Johnson win her Senate campaign in 2024? Will Gloria Johnson win her Senate campaign in 2024? Pendulum saying yes. Looks like the energy's behind Gloria right now, so that's wonderful news. Oh, let's take a look at yeah, that's a good one. Will Virginia stay Democratic in 2023? Yeah, because Virginia does their elections, their state elections, like every other year, like in between federal elections, if I remember correctly. What's the governor of Youngkin? Is he up for election yet? Rebecca wants to know, will I win the lottery? I hope so. I hope one of us win it. Is Youngkin up for re-election in 2023? Does anybody know when Youngkin is up for re-election? I feel good for Democrats in Virginia, Valerie. And the Emperor, so that's control for Democrats. He can't run again. Oh, I see. So when is he up? Democrats have control. I do feel like it feels a bit split though right now. A lot of people are really struggling with the inflation. I feel because I do feel like some people are really undecided on how they want to go. I think that Democrats keep control, or they get some kind of control with this election. But I do feel there's some defeats as well. It's like slow but steady growth, so not like a landslide. But I do feel good for Democrats in Virginia. 2024. Okay. 2026. Okay. Thank you. Is the House and Senate for right now, is it controlled by Republicans? Is it all Republican held, or is it do Democrats hold one of the houses? Democrats. Thank you. Yeah, I think Democrats will keep. I think they'll at least keep one of them, so it feels like they're able to, to stop Youngkin. I feel good about the Democrats in the Senate. Do Democrats have the Senate House in Virginia right now, or is it the House? Because I feel like Gaines in the Senate. One House Republican, one House Democrat. Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like, Karen. Who do you see winning Feinstein's seat in California? I feel it's going to be Adam Schiff. Although I do feel Katie Porter at some point will be a senator in California too. So, but I feel energy around Adam Schiff. It feels like he's getting a lot of the support and resources. I know Pelosi is going to bat for Schiff, but I'm picking up Schiff winning that seat. Did Kushner give secrets? Well, he got $2 billion for the Saudis, so I don't think that was for nothing. I see Kushner getting in trouble for the deals he made with Saudi Arabia. I've said that for a while. It feels like it might start coming out into next year. All right. I already answered that, Colleen. For entertainment purposes only, I do feel like some of the information wasn't directly given from Trump, causing that, but I do feel like some of the information that was shared with adversaries, that was relayed. Yeah, I really like Katie Porter too. Okay, Charlene says upper chamber in Virginia is Democrats, lower chamber is Republicans. I'm not sure what's upper chamber, if that's more like the state Senate, but that's what I'm kind of picking up, like Democrats keeping the Senate. Maybe it's staying a bit as it is. It feels like there's some gains, but some losses too. So let's take a look at Matt Gaetz and see if he's going to be ousted because of this. Me and Mel read on it last week. I feel him going at some point. I'm just not sure if it's as a result of getting out McCarthy, but I feel energy around it too. So let's just throw some cards on it. And let's take a break after this reading, and I'll announce my winners for my giveaway. How does that sound? Ooh. Well, I think Matt Gaetz has made some deals, um, some sneaky deals behind the scenes, and there's going to be a judgment call for that. But I feel like it takes a bit of time for it to come to balance, and then there's the ending, the death. Ooh, he's got the tower right above him. I feel a delay with it, but I do see him being ousted. I think it's like maybe not directly for McCarthy, but that playing a part of it, and then um, him continuing just to try to dismantle everything in the House. At some point, Republicans will just have enough, and he'll be voted out. All right. Yes, please hit that thumbs up. I have said this. For entertainment purposes only, is DeSantis responsible for charges being dropped on Gates here in Florida? I do feel that there's some energy behind that. But I see those charges being brought back up with more evidence coming out in the future. So how long before Trump totally loses his mind publicly? Worse than he already has. I mean, well, it's pretty bad right now, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a continuing unraveling, but he is getting really bad for sure. All right, you guys. So I did I picked my two winners. I just want to say thank you for everyone that entered. I think this this count was by far the largest amount of people that have put in. I think we were almost close to 600 entries. Um, but my winner for the free reading, the free 30-minute reading, is January Roman, and the free Reiki giveaway winner is Carrie World Traveler. I did find your comments in the chat and already told you that you're the winners, but if you both could send me an email at kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com, and we'll get something set up for you here soon. So congratulations to January Roman and Carrie World Traveler. You're the winners for the reading and Reiki giveaway. So if you're in the chat, say hi. Can you guys still hear me? I feel like the chat just went dead. Okay, there we go. I hear some congratulations. Yes. Yay, yay to the winners. I'm always excited when I can meet my subscribers, and I always enjoy getting to these milestones. Um, but like I said, we're already like a quarter of the way to 10K. So I feel like probably around before the year's up, at least, we'll probably be doing another giveaway. So yes, it is fun. Do we have Carrie World Traveler or January Roman in the chat? Am I terrible for going into live Trump events and trolling? I enjoy so. Whatever works for you. You won't see me there. All right, let's see. I mean, that kind of goes into Rebecca's question. I already kind of brought it up, but she wanted to know, will Republicans ever have to declare where their dark money came from? Um, no, I feel like it being investigated and brought out, um, and it being a huge, 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 huge story. But I do see at some point, um, reforms put in for, um, donations to campaigns like that. It has to be public information. So I do see it stopping. As long as you're a troll. Right. I'm with Lynn. How can you stay in sight and sound? Yes, you have a strong stomach. Love the comments. All right. And I think I did say happy birthday to Leslie's grandson. But happy birthday if I didn't, but I think I did. Rebecca wants the lottery numbers. Please, please, please. I'll share. If I could get that information, we'd have a lot of fun on this channel. Just say that. Um, but you know, hopefully everybody's responsible with the gambling. But if there's anybody playing the Powerball, good luck to everyone. I will buy a ticket for it. I have been buying a ticket the last couple drawings, so that would sure be a fun adventure, winning that kind of money, wouldn't it? Rita says Trump is saying weirder things than normal, like Hannibal Lecter, likes me. Are we seeing him unraveling? Yes, but I've also said too that I even felt when he was president, there's some kind of cognitive decline, and I do feel like all the stress and legal cases is starting to get to him. Yes, Sharon. Campaign donation limits and overturning Citizens United. Yes, but like I said too, I do feel the donations having to be public too. Mm, Patty wants to know, what do you see for the hostages in Israel and Gaza? I really want to stay away from that just because I'm very empathic, um, and I don't really want to sit in that energy. It does feel very heavy to me, is what I'll say. But let's surround them with a lot of love and protection. I think that that's really important. So 45 supporters don't seem to notice this decline or just don't care. I think it's a little bit of the latter. Trump could literally shoot somebody, and his supporters would still support him. I mean, they it's an element of brainwashing and it's cult mentality. So when will DeSantis suspend his campaign? I was feeling like he might get to Iowa. Is Iowa the first or second primary place? I feel like it might be ended after Iowa, is what I'm feeling. I just see him continuing to go down with supporters. I do feel Nikki Haley going up. I don't think she'll be the nominee. I don't think she'll be a VP pick. Um, but I see her gaining, it feels like, the most support. I think some people will get behind Christie too, the people that really don't like Trump, but I mean, I don't see him getting over 10%. Haley might get like 10, 15%. And it's like everybody else is just kind of taking away, and Trump's at 50%. So, oh, it might be the last week. Okay. Well, I'm feeling Iowa, Ava, is what just came to me. Trump is the most healthiest president ever. Said no one. But these Trumpers sure think so. All right. Yeah, we kind of talked about speaker selection. I do feel, like I said, I feel like the front runner right now is Scalise, but when I ask my guys, I gotta know. Let's ask the pendulum. Who's going to be the next speaker? All right. For me, if it goes, this is clockwise. For me, it's backwards, but that's a yes. Counterclockwise is no. The energy is unsure. It sways. That's how it's programmed. Can you tell me, Spirit, will Jim Jordan be the next Speaker of the House? That is a no. All right. Will Steve Scalise be the next Speaker of the House? No. Will Kevin McCarthy be reelected Speaker of the House? That's a maybe. Tom Cole was standing out to me. Will Tom Cole be the next Speaker of the House, Spirit? Tom Cole, will he be the next Speaker of the House? That's a maybe. Let's ask. Will Hakeem Jeffries be the next Speaker of the House? Oh, interesting. It's saying yes to Hakeem Jeffries. And that's where the energy lands right now. I've told you I do feel Hakeem being Speaker, but I guess it depends on if the Republican Party can get a Speaker in, or if we're in deadlock for a while. That's kind of what I was feeling. Like, if Scalise got in, he wouldn't be Speaker for long for health challenges. If McCarthy got back in, I don't think it would be long before he was back out. I feel like they either have to go with Hakeem Jeffries or, somebody that could really be bipartisan. I'm sure those options are very few candidates for that. Do we want to ask about Elise Stefanik? Somebody asked. Oh, check the crazy lady who took Liz's place. Oh, Elise Stefanik. Okay. I don't feel her at all, but let's see what the pendulum says. Will Elise Stefanik be the next Speaker of the House? No. Big fat no. Kevin Hearn? Will Kevin Hearn be the next Speaker of the House? No. It did say maybe for Tom Cole and McCarthy, but it said yes to Hakeem Jeffries. Cole's a moderate, yeah. Let's ask if we'll have a speaker in before the end of the month. Will a Speaker of the House be voted in to the Congress by the end of October 2023? It's saying no. Wow. No. Will the next Speaker of the House be elected in by the end of November 2023? Okay, it's saying yes. So it looks like it might be a little while, you guys. It did say yes for November, so. Yeah, Democrats would support Cole, Joel. I agree with that. But I think Democrats would get McCarthy back in there, to be honest with you. But there's some terms that have to be agreed upon, and maybe don't bash them and think that they will keep you in place. If McCarthy would have went to Democrats and made a deal with them, he would be Speaker still. Not Tupperville, no. Tupperville won't be Speaker. Let's just ask. A lot of Republicans want Donald Trump to come down to D.C. and be interim Speaker. Will Donald Trump be the next Speaker of the House? It's saying a big fat no. I think the last time he was nominated, wasn't it Matt Gaetz was the only one that voted for him to be Speaker? He was so angry. That really deflated his ego. I do feel Justice Thomas stepping down before the 2024 election, Casey, yes. Timing's a bit hard, but I do feel it. I feel like there might be two before the next election, or one leaving and then one like right after 2024. Amen, Rebecca. Let's make a deal. How about let's start governing for the people of the U.S.? Absolutely. But with the Republican Party keeping the House in disarray, I think it just all but guarantees Republicans being voted out of the majority come 2024. People don't like the chaos, especially when there's a shutdown looming. And if we do go into a short shutdown, it's right before the holidays. All of those federal workers not getting paid. That will not be good for Republicans at all. I think my chat's really delayed today, you guys. Sorry. All right. Is George Santos nervous now that McCarthy's gone? Well, I don't see Republicans voting him out of the House, but I see him nervous because was it his treasurer of his campaign flipped on him and is giving all the details and going to testify against him? I think he's a bit scared from that. I feel like Santos is out sooner rather than later, so I don't know when. Does anybody know when is Santos's next court date? If they've announced that. But I feel a lot of trouble for Santos. Oh, right. Yeah, they did try to blame Democrats. McCarthy blamed Democrats. That's why they weren't going to do him any favors. But if he would have approved Ukraine funding and not went back on the arrangement that they made at the debt ceiling with the budget and passed the budget and stop the sham impeachment proceedings, Democrats would have supported McCarthy to stay as Speaker. If he would have asked them for help and said, let's make a deal, he would still be Speaker. So, will Chesborough do a plea deal before 1023 court case? I just heard no. Will Chesborough do a plea deal before the October 23rd court case? No. I don't think Sidney Powell will, but let's ask. Will Sidney Powell do a plea deal before October 23rd court case? No. But I did tell you guys I think about half of the people indicted, was there like 18 or 19 people indicted? I feel like almost half of them making some kind of deal. I think I've only heard of one pleading guilty and making a deal right now. Is it October 27th? I'll ask again if let's see. I'll Google it. I think it's the 23rd. Georgia judge rules that Sidney Powell and Kenneth Chesborough can be tried together starting October 23rd. Yeah, it's the 23rd. Oh, interesting. So coming up, George Santos' court date was delayed until October 27th because there could be a plea deal. Yeah. Steve Bannon will go to prison. Didn't he appeal it? Because I think he was sentenced already, wasn't it? Or are we waiting for sentencing? I almost feel like it's early next year is when he goes to prison. But I feel more trouble coming up from January 6th with Bannon, too. Will Judge Cannon grant Trump's request to delay the docs trial until after the election? Will Eileen Cannon grant Trump's request to delay the documents case trial until after the 2024 election? Yes. Will that ruling result in Eileen Cannon being removed from the judge on the documents case? Yes. Oh, no. That's weird. It went to yes and then no. Let's ask it again. Will Judge Eileen Cannon be removed from the Trump documents case? Yes. Will Eileen Cannon be replaced as the judge on the documents case in 2023? No. Will Eileen Cannon be removed from the Trump document case in 2024? Yes. That's a big yes. So, yeah, I do think she might try to delay it. He was sentenced but appealed. Thank you, Sacred Hag. Oh, Joni says that Jack Smith wrote a brutal counter appeal for that request. I'm sure he did. All right. And Connie says Trump's attorney Alan Weisselberg will testify in the fraud case today. What will he reveal? Is that what just happened, Debo? Weisselberg told the court he gave the end of year finances to Donald J. Trump for final approval pre-presidency after he gave them to Junior or Eric. All right, you guys, I'm probably going to end on this today. Like I said, if I can, if I'm feeling up to it, maybe I'll try doing a show later on this week. All right, Alan Weisselberg. Ooh, I feel like Weisselberg gives some information, and this is him wanting to make a deal. I know that he went to jail already. But did Weisselberg already make a deal? Because this is like negotiation and making a deal. And giving up some of the evidence, some of the secrets that he knows. Um, I feel like the evidence that he gives up is damning. This is like financial loss, feeling out in the cold, abandoned. Him really trying to get away from this. This is heading into a new direction. So I do feel like he drops a bit of a bomb. Yeah, he wants to make a deal. He wants to move into calmer waters. Interesting. So anyway, I think Weiselberg is done with Trump. So all right, you guys. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me for Tarot Tuesday. Again, congratulations to January Roman, winner of the free 30-minute reading, and Carrie World Traveler, winner of the 45-minute Reiki session. Send me an email at kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com, and we'll get those free sessions set up for you. Like I said, things are slowing down for me, so if anybody's interested in a reading or a Reiki session, go ahead and send me an email at kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com. Information's in the description box. Please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe. Um, I have a lot of fun shows coming up next week, so so stay tuned. I think I have 4 shows next week if Mel's filling up to it on Thursday. So, all right, you guys, stay well. Remember to breathe. Do your best to ground your energy. Don't watch the news all day. I'm gonna go outside, get some fresh air. Focus on the lighter things during these hard times. We're gonna get through it. Um, and if you're able to see the eclipse, I think Saturday, I think it's around noon my time. Go out and do that. Don't be like Trump and look directly at the eclipse. Make sure that you have protective goggles on. But enjoy. I'm sending you all a lot of love and blessings, and I will see you all real soon. All right. Bye, everyone.